Hello, friends and members of St. Peter's Episcopal Church in Portland, Maine. I'm Father Tom Mousin, the rector of the parish, and I greet you on this first Sunday of Advent. This morning at St. Peter's, we gathered for worship both in person and online. We heard the scriptures proclaim the coming of Christ. Yes, we will be preparing in this season for the birth of Christ on Christmas, but especially on this first Sunday of Advent. We listened to words that invited us to prepare for the return of Christ, coming in glory, at that time when all that God intends for the creation will be fulfilled. We observe Advent in a number of ways through our weekly worship. If you happen to have an Advent wreath at home, I hope you have lit the first candle on this Advent evening. Some of us move through the season following an Advent calendar. A dear friend of mine, Mary Waters, and I each year produce an Advent devotional calendar. You can find it on our parish's website or on our Facebook page. Each day provides you a scripture reading and a suggested devotion for the day. And the devotion is really an invitation to see how God might be entering your life, drawing you closer to Christ, and seeing how you can be a participant in fulfilling what God intends for the whole of this creation. One tradition of mine for this calendar is to write a poem each year, and this year's poem indeed was inspired by the creation. First, actually, by the continual news accounts of the destructive effects of climate change and what we have done to harm our earth, but also by photographs of the James Webb Telescope, which is reaching out into the farthest expanses of the universe, showing us the birth of stars and stars that were born long ago and whose light has reached us over millions of years and just now is being shown above us as we look to the night sky. And some of that light may indeed be reaching back to the very beginning of creation. So as an Advent blessing and as a prayer and really as an invitation, I'd like to sing that poem for you this evening. The starry splendors of the night reveal creation's birthing light. When God first cleaved the night from day and formed us from the earth and clay. Though wounded by our thoughtless care, creation burden yet will share God's light of hope and healing power through those who heed the call this hour. To bear that light which burns within of Christ, whose birth we greet again, and whose return we help prepare with every loving gesture shared. Through tender care that heals the earth, we praise the one who gave it birth. So may our lives, like stars above, bear witness to the Maker's love. A blessed Advent to you all.